Keep him at Hutchison, 3250, 181. 181 is the buyer.
And good morning, everybody. Silas here. I am at a swap meet today. I know it's a little bit dark outside, so I think what we're going to do first is we're going to go inside the building. I don't know what we'll find today. Not a whole lot of people here. It's kind of cold. It was 75 degrees yesterday, and it's about 40 degrees right now. So we'll see what we can find, and anything interesting, I'll show you guys. What are you getting on this?
$250 for it.
$250. You don't happen to have a hood for it, do you?
I do, but I'm using the hood.
Oh, you're using the hood, yeah.
So yeah, I take best offer on it.
You do 200 on it?
I do that.
Can I get it later?
Yeah.
I just got here. I'll pay you for it now.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool. I walk in the gate and I already bought something.
All right.
I told myself I wasn't going to buy nothing today. What are you asking on the Ford out of curiosity? The 60?
I'd like to have 3 for it. I don't need to sell it, but it was already on the trailer.
You don't happen to have headlight rings for it, do you?
I do. They're actually...
That's a one-year only type deal?
Yeah.
Oh, I see them now.
I actually just bought a truck from you about 2 months ago. I actually
That's right,
live
yeah.
out by your yard.
Yeah.
If you wanted, I could drop it off out there.
That would be great. Cause
I could actually drop both of them off sometime if
yeah, sure.
that works. It'd probably be tomorrow when I can get my trailer out of here. But,
That's fine.
But I could do that.
Dump $500 right inside the gate. Here I was. Oh, I'm not going to buy much. You guys know me. I can't help it. It's a cool tailgate. 80s Ford, I think. There's nobody here yet. I'd like to buy it, but yeah, I'd buy that and I'd buy this too. But I don't see anybody here. Patty, is this your stuff?
No, sir.
Oh, never mind then.
Making some YouTube channel?
Yeah.
Cool.
Adventures made from scratch?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Never could find that guy, so we'll come inside and see what we can find in here.
He's the man of the hour.
Hey, how you doing? Good.
Good.
How much are your fleet side emblems?
Make me an offer on
You know me, I don't like pricing other people's stuff.
$20.
Yeah, I'll do that just because I don't have them. Believe it or not, all my stuff, I don't have a pair of those.
I bet you do, you just don't know where it's at yet.
I might. I don't know. How much are your headlight rings?
$10 a piece.
I'll do that. I'm pretty sure I need the other side on this one. If I don't buy it, then that'll be the one that I did need, so I might wind up stuck with it, but that's okay. I bought a car the other day that is missing one. You got a little bit of stuff. He had a few more things I might stop back by and get, but I didn't want to spend all my money in 2 places, so I figured I'll look around a little bit more before I spend the rest of my money. That Vornado's pretty neat. Never seen a yellow one. I'm guessing it's been it's been repainted. Don't walk, run. Yeah, even inside isn't that full. Of course, you can't blame people. Diesel's over $5 a gallon now. Lots of interesting trinkets, but nothing I need in this one. Nothing I need in that one. I'll check out that sweet light. I've never seen one like that before. That's pretty cool. He had some interesting stuff in here. There's some cool lights, industrial lights. But he gets full retail out of his stuff, so there's nothing for me to do. This guy had a couple front clips they just carried out, so I guess I missed out on those, but you can't win them all, I guess. Oh wow, if they were that cheap, I really missed out. Man, oh well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Well, I got that one bought. I'm gonna come back and get it in a little bit though. He sold the other 2 for $50 a piece. Made me sick a little bit, but oh well, everybody's gotta get a good deal every now and then. What in the world is this? Use your imagination. Oh, somebody's cut a hood down. Looks like a DeSoto hood. Man, I can't believe I missed out on those 2 front clips for $50 a piece, and I just paid $300 for the one out front.
What's happening, mister?
What's up? That's a nice set of caps there. Too bad they're Ford instead of Chevy. Man, those are really nice. I'm thinking about them. And then that pair of headlight rings there, but there's nobody at this booth. Everybody's showing up late today. Guess I'll have to swing back by in a second. I still have to go down the middle rows anyway.
Oh, somebody's filming.
Yeah.
You're in competition with Tim, you know.
Yeah.
Flyers and adventures.
I know, right? There's another pair right there. See what I bought. 55 to 56 Ford, okay. I didn't know what I bought. Now I do. I thought it was Mercury, but I've got a 56 Mercury that's missing this. So I think I can make it fit for what I'm going to do for the car. I just cut the nose off for furniture anyway. It's a real rough car.
Oh, really?
And so I think
a couch out of it or something?
Yeah. So I think I can make that fit. But I didn't know what it was. I just knew it was close, and it was. It's a Ford, not a...
Yeah, it's real close.
You don't have any headlight rings that will fit that 60s Ford front clip that was over there on that guy's trailer, do you? Like 63, right there, just the one. Oh, you got two.
Yeah, just pair of them.
Is that 40 for the pair?
Yeah.
I'll do that. That works out good. Now I have headlight rings for that front clip I just got. I'm attempting to avoid eBay type stuff, and I'm trying to just go for art type stuff. I was going to attempt to avoid everything, but I already failed that mission, so we're just going to go for arts only, if possible. Not seeing a whole lot else. The toy guy's not here, which is unfortunate. I always buy a couple old red lines from him. One more booth here in the corner, then we'll go down the middle. That's interesting. Yeah, in addition to $5 diesel, the weather is just atrocious. Super windy and cold. Tomorrow is going to be even worse. I did find out, though, that guy sold those other two front clips last night. He didn't sell them this morning, so it wasn't that I was too late. It's just that I was a day too late. As people were setting up yesterday, a few things sold already. No, the guy's still not in that booth over there. So I guess we'll check this booth here and we'll go back outside and maybe we'll get that stuff, maybe we won't. No, not really. I did go down the outer wall, so I'm about done inside the building. How much is your orange Chevy grill out here?
You know?
You don't know?
Honestly, I couldn't tell you.
He ran away?
Yeah.
I'm going to go talk to a guy over here. I'll just come back by.
All right.
I think he's here now. I'll go ask and find out, I guess. On these here, is that 50 or 20 for the pair? Or I didn't.
I'll do 20 for the pair if you're interested, yeah.
I'll do that. He's not here yet.
No.
Well, I got to come back in a little bit anyway, so.
Okay.
Well, maybe we'll get that grill, maybe we won't. But we did get these, and I got that set of Ford hubcaps against my better judgment. Back in the cold. We'll go see if that guy's there where that gauge and that tailgate was. Probably not, but we'll find out. Doesn't look like it. My arm's about to fall off, though, carrying all this stuff. I've got stuff stashed around inside. I got to remember where it's all at. I got a GMC grill, I got a set of hubcaps, and I got a front clip. It's a nice emblem there. Nice shiny paint. I'll take that emblem there if I can find my money.
Okay.
It is. It said 20 bucks, I think. Right there. There you go. Yeah. I need to make a stop by the truck, get some stuff out of my hands. I'm getting overloaded. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, no more distractions. I need to go to the truck and drop this stuff off. Never mind, I found another distraction. 3/4 ton caps. My weakness. I always like these internationals, they're pretty cool. But don't see anybody in this booth, so I guess we'll keep going on. I'm gonna have to stash this stuff inside my truck because I've got to get that 63 or 4, whatever it was, Ford front clip in the back of my truck. So everything else has to go inside the cab. Got quite the haul so far. If you have any idea what these headlight rings here go to, let me know. Let me see if I can get them out a little bit better, where you can see them a little bit. There they are. I have no clue what those go to, so if you know what those go to, let me know in the comments. Yeah, quite the haul so far. Plus I've got a 60 GMC grill inside still, and I've got, what else did I have in there? Got that front clip. Oh, and I that set of Ford hubcaps. Move all this stuff out of my way. Yeah, I got more room to stack more stuff. I've got a wagon that I can pull around behind me. I don't know why I didn't go grab it. It's in storage. Wouldn't have been that big a deal to grab it, but like I say, I really didn't plan on buying stuff today. I wish that guy was there where that tailgate's at. Guess we'll walk along this side over here, check this stuff out, and I'll go back by there one more time. I noticed you got your tents up, but then you never got the tops put on them. A little bit too windy.
I came out here at 10:30 last night and took them down because they said the wind was going to be coming up.
Yeah, this contracted sign's kind of cool. Is that double-sided? No, single-sided, but it is porcelain. Do we take a chance on it? I think we do. Check out this car hauler. That's pretty cool. I'm gonna pass on the Structo. I looked them up and you can buy one of those in that condition with all the cars on the trailer still for about 60 bucks. That one's 50, but it only has 2 of the cars. The other cars aren't original. So, I don't need it anyway. I got plenty of junk to keep for myself already. All these people not being in their booth is killing me. There's a set of headlight rings for a Ford. I guess that's another one I'll have to swing back by. And the guy is still not here in that booth. Nobody's in their booth. That's about 5 booths now with nobody at the booth. I'm here to spend money. Let's need a siren. And a Schwinn crank. Howdy, this your booth here?
Yeah.
What are you asking on the 3/4 ton caps? Oh, that's
140 for all 6.
all 6 of them?
Yep.
And there was something else I was going to ask about too. I don't remember what it was now.
Yeah.
Oh, the Ford. The 53 Ford cluster.
Take a fair offer. What do you think?
I don't know. The guy over there has one for 25, but he hasn't been here all morning.
25 it is.
Okay.
I'm
That
here.
works. This here, 140 for 6 of them, 20 bucks a piece. Do 150 with the other 2 in there?
I got everything.
Do that with you. There you go. Thank you.
You can leave it here. You're good.
Okay. There we go. Instead of just buying 6, I bought 8. That's how you do it when you're trying not to buy stuff. Oh, there's one guy set up, but still not the other guy. I guess let's go over here and say hi to this guy. How you doing?
Good.
You're in a different spot.
Yeah.
You moved on me.
Yeah. Well, I brought some grills off my wall here.
Uh-oh. Cleaning off the wall now.
Oh, God, I bought those 40 years ago.
That's a cool one. I like that.
That's a 29 Olds. It's got a nice emblem on it.
What are you asking on that?
Oh, 100 a piece. This is Pontiac, Plymouth. This would make a great speedster grill.
That is a neat one. I like this. I think I'll take that one for sure.
Okay. 5 a piece on the carbs.
What do we got here? That's cool.
Yeah, it's a full race McCullough
That's interesting.
tuned exhaust, and it's got compression. I think probably a runner.
That's neat. What do you want on that?
500.
500?
Yeah, they're expensive.
I'll have to think on that one.
Yeah, I mean, one went off a couple nights ago. No base, no shroud, no nothing for 300 bucks. But these are 60s go-kart. You know,
Yeah.
You know what they are.
Yeah, it's a cool one. I'm trying to be careful on how much I buy today. I'm not doing a very good job, but I'm trying.
Are you interested in this stuff?
Yeah, I'll take the mag and the 3 carbs, or all the carbs there. I'm still just in that one grill. I'm just looking around.
What'd you find?
It's kind of rough, but it says contracted,
Oh, okay.
and it's porcelain,
Yeah,
10 bucks. I mean, why
Oh,
not?
hey. Put it on your bathroom wall.
Yeah. I don't know if my wife would let me do that. What do we got here? That's a cool one. Cross country.
God, there were so many different, hundreds of spark plug companies back then. There's so many different.
I don't have any cross country ones. How much is that? Buck. I'll take that then. I've got one that's clear glass, see-through. You can see the stuff
Wow,
inside it.
I've never seen one of those.
I've only got one, but it's a neat one. He's there. All right. Howdy.
Howdy.
How much is your Ford tailgate there?
Oh, how about 40 bucks?
Sold.
Probably won't find a better one for less money.
That's a cool one. I came by here this morning and you weren't here, so
Yeah.
I've been watching to see when you got back. I like it just because of the colors on it.
Where you park,
I'm over there. If you don't mind, I'll come back and pick it up here in a little bit.
that's fine. That's fine.
I think I'm going to buy this from you too.
I'll mark it too.
Yeah, I'll take this too. On to the last wing before we start loading up.
Yeah, true.
What do those caps go to? I was curious.
I'm not sure. We bought them. We bought a whole bunch of stuff out on an old building that had a bunch of old car parts. We'd probably do way better on that if it's something that interests you.
Yeah, they're interesting. I've never seen them before. Yeah, they don't have a lip, so they must have been held on by the screw-on
Yeah.
cap.
How about $50 on them?
I'll do that.
Not many buyers out here. Gotta move something.
Yeah. I'm a buyer. I've spent way too much money today so far.
Good.
There you go.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank you. Met a lot of subscribers out here today.
My friend Silas, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Good.
I brought you up with a little toy here.
Yeah.
I'm cheap on it.
That truck.
3.5. Motor, transmission, the whole 9 yards. It's rough, but there's some good usable pieces.
There's a 56.
56.
Can you bring it to me?
Yeah.
At the place? Okay. Because I don't have a way of getting that off your trailer out here.
Okay. Stop by whenever you get ready to go.
Okay.
And if anything, I can move things around here, hook back up the trailer, and you taking it out to west,
Out to West
east,
Fourth?
west there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Huh. What do you want for that?
I paid $5 for it, so I can get my money back.
That'd be cool to hang on the wall.
Yeah.
Just because it's neat.
It's neat.
Let me get 15 on that. I'll give you $20 for a pair of those. Oh, there's a set of headlight rings. How much are those? That pile of stuff there.
These, $5.
I'll do that. I was gonna bring my wagon today, or I thought about it, and I was like, I won't need it. I needed it.
I don't have a wagon, or I'd sell you one of them too.
Yeah.
But
You got a basket? I'll buy a basket.
what's that?
I'll buy a basket. You got a basket? What in the world is that?
It's a lantern.
Oh, lantern.
Just interested in oddity stuff.
Yeah. What are you wanting on this?
I think she wanted $10 for it.
And what is this thing? I'm trying to figure that out.
Industrial pencil sharpener.
Well, it's a regulator. It's a voltage regulator.
Oh, I see.
You know,
Turn this
that's
to
when you have
adjust
to
the
turn a
voltage
crank
that
to
comes out of
sharpen
it.
pencil.
How much is that?
Oh, $5.
Okay, just about done now. I gotta quit buying stuff sometime.
You ain't working?
Oh, I'm working. I'm always working.
You're working now. I know
Yeah.
you are.
Can you need?
Yeah, I found a can. Looking around to see if there's anything else I need.
Oh, surely there is, probably.
Surely. This is a neat idea here, taking these old quarts, cutting them open, putting stuff in them. Those are neat. That's neat. Put that there. Man. Okay, there's 8 signs there, and then so that's $40, and then this one's $15. You got a dollar on you? Or actually, no, wait. I saw something over here on your dollar table I wanted. I'll take that Riviera cap.
Okay.
So there, now we're even.
All right. We're good.
Thank you.
Yep.
Let's see here. I'm about frozen out. I'm gonna have to drive my truck in here and start loading stuff here in a minute. Gotta load that front clip up first. That's gonna take up the most room. Then I'll grab the rest of it. First stop right here.
Over here, Silas.
Okay, I was gonna say, hey, where'd they go?
I moved it for you. I moved it for you. You're good.
I still got money in my pocket. What are you asking on your grill guards?
I was asking 120 a piece.
20 piece. It doesn't matter what I bring out here, I spend it all, so. Headed back to the truck. Circle in there and start gathering up my stuff. I think I remember where it's all at. I think. I hope. I'll find out. All right, I am done at the swap meet itself. I'm out here at my place now. There we go. Like I say, it's a rough piece of junk. But for $350, I figured I could beat that front clip back into somewhat of a shape. Cut that off of there. Then it's got a copper radiator in it. It's got a bunch of good dash parts in it. Maybe I can cut the back of the cab off and then scrap what's left over. So make a little money on the deal. Just gonna take a little bit of work to get it done. I did buy a few things at the sale that I did not film. I'd already put my camera down. I thought I was done. I was just driving around loading stuff up, and there was a few vendors there that weren't there earlier. They had some pretty cool stuff, so I went ahead and bought some of what they had. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get my truck unloaded today or not. That wind is ripping and roaring, and it is not pleasant at all. So we'll see how much I get filmed today, but I will show you guys everything that I bought as I unload it. Right there's a good home for it. We'll worry about that another day when it's a little bit warmer outside. And actually, I don't even really care about how warm it is. I'll work in the cold. That doesn't bother me. But when it's super windy and cold, and then on top of that, making sure I don't run over something. But on top of that, it's super windy and cold, and I didn't dress right for this type of weather. I didn't realize it was going to be this chilly today. One other thing that I need to do today, though, is they're here to pick up the square body that's over here. It worked out good. He was in town for the swap meet. He bought this truck here, not too long ago. But he was in town for the swap meet, so he just went ahead and brought his trailer with him. He's bought quite a few trucks from me, mostly square bodies, but he's bought a few other vehicles from me as well, and I've got some more he wants to buy. If you buy as many vehicles as this guy does, I'll give you a better deal on them. I think this is number, oh man, I lost count now. I think this is number 8. I could be off on that, but I'm pretty sure this is number 8. This might be the 9th or 10th one that he's bought from me. Yeah, because he bought a Blazer from me and a flatbed. So, actually, it might even be 11. Man, I don't know, but it's been quite a few. Well, I decided I'm going to go ahead and get my truck cleaned out today, or at least most of it. I may not get it all done, but the weather's only going to get worse. These radios here, I gave $10 a piece for them. I got 2 of them identical. They're for a 69 to 70 Galaxy, I believe. They're in pretty good condition. They're not all rusted. All the buttons are still there. I like this one here's a little bit bent, but I thought, for $10 a piece, why not? I don't have shelves in my big trailer yet, so I guess for now what I'm going to go ahead and do is stack the stuff in here just so I can get it out of my truck. As soon as I'm able to get shelves in that semi-trailer over yonder, as soon as I can find someone to do that for me, I'll be able to take this stuff and organize it a whole lot better. My U-Haul truck that I usually put stuff in is getting pretty full, and I've decided I have some empty space in there still, but that's where I've been putting stuff as I listed on eBay. So I hate to fill that in with stuff that's not listed, because then I won't have anywhere to put stuff as I list it. Ended up with 2 of these. It feels like every time I go to the swap meet, I wind up with at least 1 of these. I got 2 this time. I think I got 3 last time. I gave, I think, $25 a piece for them. I don't know what they're worth. I'll find out later. I figured I can make a little money at that at least. And I know I said at first I wasn't going to buy much of anything, and then I was only going to buy art stuff, but I wasn't going to buy eBay stuff, and then I wound up buying a little bit of eBay stuff as well. Not that much though, just some hubcaps, a few gauges, a few radios. Oh, and I bought that big pile of carburetors too. I guess you guys haven't seen those yet. I bought those off camera, so I guess I did buy a bunch of stuff on for eBay. Yeah, there was a big pile of carburetors, great big tote clear full of them. I gave, I think, $350 for everything. This one here's a pretty good one. It's still in pretty good shape. I just looked up the part number on it, and one in this condition, like I say, this one's pretty clean still, really, all things considered, is about $75 plus shipping. So boom, there, when you buy 20 or 25, I almost said converters, carburetors for $350, if you can come up with a few of them that are worth that kind of money, they pay for themselves pretty quickly, and then everything else is profit. Well, I didn't quite get everything unloaded just now, but I got a phone call, and a guy said that there's an estate sale with some really cool stuff, so I'm going to go check that out, and then we'll come back out here on Monday, and we'll finish unloading the rest of the stuff that's in the truck, and I'll show you everything I got. And good morning. It is Saturday now. I went by that estate sale. He had a lot of cool stuff, but he was playing copyrighted music really loudly, so I couldn't actually record anything at the sale. However, I bought that bicycle. I believe it has a 2-speed kickback hub on it. I didn't look at it real close. I was kind of in a hurry, so I just went ahead and bought it. And then I bought that old light shade with the arm still on it. And then I was just looking online. I noticed there's actually an auction right down the street from my house. Not very far away. It's about a 4-minute drive from my house, and they've got an old Chevy truck there. So I figured, you know what? They sell the truck here in about 30-40 minutes. I'm gonna go check it out. Looks like Robin's here, so he's probably here to bid on that Chevy truck too. He's not gonna like it when I show up.
Set right there, $10 on that deal there, $10, $108 up here, $10. Lightning's better anyhow. Right here on the money, 12.5, 12.50.
Check that out right there. Didn't know it had that. Man, that's pretty sweet right there.
Look at all those driver
XC96. I'm glad I came to the auction. I didn't realize I had that. I thought it was just a regular old car. That's pretty cool in there. I guess we'll have to bid a little bit higher on that. So this is a big block car. Looks like a 4-speed. I thought it was just a plain Jane car. Bucket seats.
152 reamers, like a brand new reamer set. Help yourself there, boxes of everything you go.
Check this thing out. Pretty rough. Looks like a rat nest, missing a lot of parts, but that drivetrain out of this thing in the bucket seat's worth a little bit of money. Looks like a 350, four-wheel drive. Nothing spectacular, but it's not a total rot box. Standard column, so kind of a plain Jane truck. Not a whole lot of options. It's a custom deluxe, so it has a couple options on it, but not much. What year is this? 74. Second year. A little bit of rust in this side, in the bed, but the cab's pretty solid. Got a little bit of rust down the cab corners, it looks like. Not too terrible, though. So yeah, we'll see what these go for. I don't know if we'll get them or not, but that's mainly what I wanted to bid on. There's a tractor around here somewhere too. Let's see if we can find it. And there's the tractor. I walked right past it when I came in. Old case. Nothing spectacular, but looks kind of cool. Got a good looking nose on it, so we'll see. Not super interested in that, but you know me, I can't help but bid on stuff. Ooh, it's starting to rain, and it's a cold rain. It's only about 35, 40 degrees out here, and then the rain's making it worse. It's kind of a neat truck bed here, but all I would do with it is cut it off, so it would have to be pretty cheap. Might have a 9-inch under it. Nope, they straight axled it. Never mind. Yeah, we'll see. I may not stick around for this. They're going to sell the real estate here in about 10 minutes, and then I think they've just got this little bit of stuff left, so maybe we'll stick around for it, maybe we won't. We'll see how things go and how wet I get.
Alrighty, hey, selling the Ford pickup bed trailer there, out there. How much there? You're going to need here $200, $200. How many down here? $200. $200. I'll give $100 go. Out here, $100 on the money. $150. $150. $100 there. $150. You're going to need here $100 in. $150. You're going to need here $150 down $73. $200. $250. $250. You're going to need here $250. $300. $350. You're going to need down here $350. $400. Down here $400 down for $400 down $375. Up here $375. You need $375, sir. $400 down for $400 down here down $400 down here, $375 in, $400 down here, $375 here now, $400 down here now, so $375, $147, $375 on $147. Guys, the extra parts.
Almost missed it. They switched on us.
Is that right, Morris? We got the title. We got titles on all three vehicles. You bet. All right, there. Here we go. Now I'm gonna get $2,000. That $2,000. I'm gonna get $500, $750. You know what about $5 to go some better. That's $700. About $300. Now $400. Now $500. Now $600. David about $600. Now $700. It's $700, $800, $900 bill. Pound dollar. That pound now $1,100. $1,200. $1,300. $1,300. That $1,300 bill. So $1,300. Number 127, 127.
Ran it up to $1,300. I let him have it. I guess you guys want to see what this sells for? We'll find out. I'm not going to bid, but we'll find out.
Right there. This was his driving truck. $4,250, clean truck right there. 42 and a half. Just drive her till the wheels fall off. Won't know you nothing. $4,500. $4,500 down. $4,500 down. $45. $4,500 down. $4,500 $45. $47 and a half. $47 and a half. $5,000. $5,000 down. $5,000 down. $5,000 down. $5 to go $5. $5,000 down. $5,000. How are you going to fault this truck anywhere? $5,000. I got $5 to go. I bet he bought it brand new, guys. $5,000. I got $5 to go. 5,000. It's just clean, just barely broke in for 5,000. Four-wheel drive, $5,000. For last call, 5,500. So, $5,250. 116, 116.
$52.50.
All right, what have you got here, Mo?
64.
64.
As is.
As is. But,
As is.
But Bernie, you bet. Nice little project car right there.
It is.
We have the title for this one as well.
Amen, brother.
Hey, betcha. Here we go. Down on that. Here to get a $5,000 bill. Here, give $1,000. Here we go. $1,000. $8,000. Down about $1,500. Down about $1,500. $2,000. 25. That £3,000. Down about $35 to get 35. At 35 to get 335 to get 35. At 3,500. Down on the mom about 35 to get 32.50. At 32 to have it about 35 to get 35 to get 35. How on now? 35 to get 35 to get 35. At 35 to get 35 to get. You're going to dream about this one for a whole year. 3,500. At 35 to get 32.50 to be 3,500. At 3,500. Down at 3,500. At 3,500 going to be 35 to get 35. At 3,500. I'm about 3,500. About 3,500 last call. 35. At 35 to get 35 to get $3,300 in. And 33 about 33 about 33. 33 with about 33 last call going to be $3,300 bill. So 32.50. Keep him at Hutchison. 32.50. 181. 181 is the buyer.
Well, there we go. I just paid a boatload of money for this thing, but oh well. Whew, it's cold out here. I'm glad I bought something. I probably should have bid one or two more times on that truck, but that guy really wanted it. He would have kept going, so not that big of a deal.
Well taken care of. There's not a lot of scrapes on the side. It's in good condition.
Cool car.
What do you think there? 650. It's 650. Pretty good trailer for that. 650. It's 650. It's 750. It's 750. It's 750.
I don't know why I bid on that. Just for fun, I guess.
Alrighty, I'll tell you what. It is guaranteed not to run. If it runs, you bring it back. We'll give you a refund. You got her on it. We got a D-case tractor, and I think we have a manual somewhere, don't we? Yeah, he's got the manual. He knows where the manual is. D-case manual for it. Sell it that way, boys. You got her on him. I tell you can't get it any better. Just roll right in the driveway and put her on your hatchback, whatever. It'll work. You got her on him right there, 2,500. Hit him at 2,500. Hit him at $2,000 on a good one. 1,000. Hit him at 1,000. Who wants to be first? Hit him at 500, 600. Hit him at 600 on 5, $600 on him. Will you? Hit him at 600 on 2, 3. Hit him at 3 here on 4, 4 here on 3, 4. Hit him at 4 here on 3 and 4 here on $400 on the deal. Hit him at 3, 4. Hit him at 4 here on 4.
350.
350. Now 4. Now half. Hit him at 450. Bum here on 450. Hit him at 4.5 here on 450. Hit him at 4.5. Will you? Hit him at 4.5 here on 450, maybe 4.5 here on 550, now 5, maybe 5 here on 450, now 5, maybe 5 here on 500, maybe 5 here on 500, maybe 4.5 here on 5, will ya? Maybe 5 here on 500, maybe 5 here on 4.5 here on 5, will ya? Maybe 5 here on 500, you say it? Your way, 450, 104.
And with that, I am done. It's thundering and lightning, so not a moment too soon, except for I left my checkbook in the truck, and so now I gotta walk all the way back to the truck and come back up here and pay for my car. Whew, temperature is dropping. Whew, here comes the rain. Didn't quite get out of this. I wish I would have brought my checkbook with me. I could have cashed out already and I could be heading back to the truck, not in the rain. What's funny is I actually left a bid on that car, but it was nowhere near that much money. I didn't realize what was under the hood when I left the bid. So I'm glad I came out today and saw what it was. Needs a little bit of work. I think those are Camaro seats that are in it. I don't think those are the original seats. It's missing the grill and the front bumper, but you know, I mean, it's a 64 Chevelle big block car, so can't complain. That is wild. Thunder and lightning, and it's raining ice. Crazy weather. There it is one last time. I'm gonna head out though. I'll probably just have a tow truck company come grab this for me so I don't have to come out in the freezing rain and do it myself. I got a guy that hauls about anything in town for me for 30 bucks. So for 30 bucks, I ain't coming out here in the freezing rain and doing it. So I already spent this much money. I might as well spend a little bit more. Then once I get it there, I'll go ahead. Like I was saying earlier, I'll get everything out of my truck and we'll check everything out that I bought over the last couple of days because it seems like I bought a lot of interesting stuff. I was going to put this video on the second channel because swap meet videos don't seem to do very good on the main channel, but I haven't decided yet. I might just go ahead and put this on the second channel just because this definitely was an adventure that I was not expecting to happen. It just kind of happened as it went. And good morning, guys. It is a little bit chillier today than it was last time. We actually tied the record cold for today. 16 degrees when I left the house this morning. But I am dressed for it today, so it won't be that big of a deal. The car's right here. He brought it out yesterday. I want to see what engine's in this car, so we're going to find out here in a minute. The only problem I'm having is that these got rained on and now they're frozen in place. So I'm going to find something to break those loose. And you can see here, these two front clips that I bought at the sale, that guy brought those out and dropped them off like he said he would. So that's cool. I'll have to see if I can find a hood for this, make it look a little bit more complete. And then this one here, I haven't decided if I'm going to cut it up yet or not. It is a 1/2 ton front clip. It's listed on a couple Ford pages for sale. So far nobody's interested, or nobody's interested in the price that it will cut up for anyway. So there's a pretty high probability that I'm going to wind up putting the headlights back in it and going just like that, knocking it off of there. These are for sure going to be in a different video. I'll just show them to you briefly now since I'm standing here. These are rot boxes, pieces of junk, but I bought them for art. This one here, they neglected to show me this side of the truck. So that was really convenient. That's going to be, I think, actually now that I think about it, I think I have an extra passenger fender, or driver fender, I'm sorry. So I might be able to make this one work with a different fender. That fender might be workable, but even still, I definitely overpaid on that truck. That's the nature of the beast, though, when you have other people go get your stuff for you and you buy stuff long distance. This one here, I knew it was rusty, but it's got really good color on it, especially with a pressure wash. That nose will be good. And then this one here, they've cut this fender out pretty big. That was also not in the pictures, but I think I can trim it up enough to get that nose off of there. I love it when people are out in the middle of nowhere and they take horrible pictures of their stuff and they want big money for it. This is the picture that I got of this truck, was this side right here. So I don't know. It is what it is. It's too late now. They're already paid for. But that's enough about that. Let's check this car out. I'm going to see if I can find some pliers or something to get those things loose, and we'll scrape off the pad and we'll see what this engine is. I've got all the tools I need over there in the thing, but I want to go over here and go ahead and start the loader. This thing is very cold-blooded, so I'm going to let it run for 30-40 minutes before I try to use it. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little bummed out about this hard freeze that we got. I was really looking forward with all this rain that I was going to go do an oyster mushroom hunt, but it's so cold, and it's supposed to be cold like this for 2 or 3 days, that the oysters aren't going to grow. It's too late in the season now. It's actually not that late, but this is just a really early freeze. Everybody always asks me when I'm recording this stuff. Right now it is October 30th. For those that don't know, there's a little pad right here that has a suffix code on it. That'll tell you exactly what it is. Scrape it off a little bit, then I'll get the flashlight out, look it up. Every now and then they'll use the same code on multiple years, but usually it'll get you pretty accurate. Okay, this is one of the ones I used on multiple years. It's EF, so that could be a 66, 67, or 68. If it's a 66, it's 360 horsepower. If it's a 7 or 8, then it's 350 horsepower. So it's not the high horse engine, but it's not the low horse one either. This is a 396 though, so the 427 valve covers are not accurate. Although a 427 isn't really that much different from a 396, to my knowledge anyway. Like I say, I'm not a Chevy expert. I don't know a whole lot about them. I actually probably know more about the truck 427s than I do the car 427s, but I'm pretty sure the car 427 and the 396 aren't that much different. I've actually even had a couple 402s, and I'm pretty sure 402 is just a bored out 396. So it looks like I'm going to have to try to get to the casting number on this and see if there's a difference in year on the casting number. There's probably a date code on here somewhere as well, although I'm not entirely sure where that would be at. But I basically just wanted to make sure that it was in fact a 396, and that is a Chevelle 396. And this is a 64 model car. After doing some research, they did not put big blocks in the 64s. Even the SSs didn't get a big block. A lot of the SSs actually got a 6-cylinder in 64. 65, they made like 200 big block cars for Chevelles, and then in 66 is when they actually started mass producing the 396 big blocks. And of course, they made multiple varieties of horsepower for them. It's too bad it's not a 65, because if it was a 65 engine, like I say, they only made 200, or they say 201. Although many of those have been destroyed and there's only 75 known to exist. This is going to be a pretty good engine here. It is stuck, like I say, but you can get parts for these things, so it won't be that big of a deal that it's stuck, as long as it isn't just a total rot box inside. If nothing else, these valve covers and intake are going to be worth a little bit. The carburetors are mismatched. However, they're both pretty good carburetors, or at least that one is for sure. This one's still a decent carburetor. It's just not it's not quite as good as that one over there. This carburetor here, I just looked up the number to confirm it. That is for a 67, around a 67, give or take. Some other things I need to check on this car before I price it and get rid of it is I need to check the transmission that's in it. It is a 4-speed. I'm going to lift it up here in a little bit, and then I need to check the rear end. I don't know if it has a posi in it or what. Like I say, being a 64 car, I don't know that it will have a good rear end, but they've replaced the engine, so it might have a good rear end under it too. So I don't know. We'll find out here in a little bit once the loader's warmed up. Okay, I just looked up the casting number, and with that casting, this is a 1966 for sure. It could be a 396 or a 427 with that casting number. However, with the suffix code, that is a 396 suffix code. So this would be a 360 horse, 1966 396. That's a whole lot of sixes. So that's pretty cool. Now that we've identified the engine, that would mean that carburetor is not the original carburetor. However, that is still a good carburetor. Like, I could part this engine out for pretty good money. Pull all that off, sell the carburetors. That carburetor there isn't going to be worth a whole lot, but that one will be. Obviously, that cross ram intake, clean it up a little bit. That'll be worth some money. Those Mickey Thompsons, those 427 valve covers, those are probably worth a little bit of money. And then the engine itself is going to be worth pretty good money just for the numbers matching, guys. But with that, I think the loader, well, I'll probably give it a little bit more time. It's only been about 15 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and take the strap off of this front clip in the back of my truck. I hope I can get the forks right in here and go underneath the inner fenders and pick this up out of here, even if I have to kind of wiggle it and jiggle it to get it out of there, because there's no way I'm going to be able to lift that out by myself, and it won't slide out the back. It won't fit. Well, it looks like I may have misspoke. I kind of made myself look like a goober, showed my lack of knowledge, but I'm not afraid to admit when I'm wrong. I did a little bit of Googling, and that is a 1967 427 carb over there. For a Chevy. It's kind of funny. This is a Ford carburetor, but this is for a 1965 427, but Ford variety instead of Chevy. So it has dual 427 carburetors on it, just one Chevy, one's Ford. This is definitely not just a cheap carburetor though. In fact, that carburetor is probably worth more than that one. So I just wanted to point that out and admit my folly. Okay guys, this is the gift that keeps giving. I pulled out the back seat to check what was in here, and I found most of the missing trim. Pretty much all the missing trim, the door panels, the taillights, all that good stuff is in here. Still not, no grill or bumper on it. Nobody at the auction had any clue what he did with all the front end stuff. So, I don't know. Maybe a buddy of his needed all that stuff. He's like, oh yeah, sure, go ahead and take it. I'll replace it someday. But anyway, I popped open the trunk, and in the trunk I found a case of Ford motor oil, which is kind of cool. Not that cool, but this is what was really cool right here. I can't believe that was in there. This is a 1967 or 68 tri-power 427 carb. Of course, it's just the one, and there's no intake or air breather, nothing like that, just a single carburetor, but still. That's my bonus. Obviously, that's not going to go with the car. I'll throw that on eBay separately. So yeah, this turned out to be a pretty good car. I was kind of worried when I spent $3,250 on this thing, plus $30 to get it hauled here. So I got almost $3,300 in this thing, plus my time out in the freezing rain. But now that I see all this cool stuff on it, like I said, if nothing else, I can always just pull the engine and the transmission out of this car. It's got a really solid body on it, so I'm sure somebody would buy the car itself. Then I could sell the transmission, I could part the motor out, sell the basic motor, sell the intake, sell the carburetor, sell the valve covers. Plus I got this piece here. So there's no way I don't make money on this car here. Just how much work do I want to put into it? I'm thinking if somebody gave me $4,500, I'd probably just let the whole car go just like it is. Basically put $1,000 in my pocket and go on with life. I think if I part it out, it'll bring more than that though. So I don't know, we'll see how it goes. Okay, got the last of my stuff unloaded. I did lift that car up and bring it inside the yard. Checked it, it does have a 12-volt rear end. To my knowledge, 12-volt was not an option in 64. So I'm guessing the entire drivetrain in that car, probably the transmission too, is all out of a 66 Chevelle, which in a way is kind of a, I mean, that's a good deal, but it's a bad deal that the car is a 64 because a 66 Chevelle would be worth a lot more money, plus then it would be numbers matching. But we'll worry about that car another day. I'll show you everything I got. Some of the stuff you saw me buy on camera, some of the stuff you did not see me buy. I always take a run through after I'm done loading my truck up and see what else I can find, and I found a handful more stuff as I was going around doing that, and I didn't have my camera with me. Like, you guys did not see me buy all these carburetors. I bought those off camera. There are a bunch of carburetors here, and I was going through these, and there's a handful of them in here that are about $75, probably 2 or 3 of them. There's a bunch of these that are about $50 pieces, and then the rest of them are about $25. There were actually a few others that I just threw in the scrap breakage. They're not even worth $25, so if they're not at least worth that, I'm not going to mess with them. I forget what year he said this radio was out of. It's got the speaker there. The controls are right here. I think he said 30s Ford, so shouldn't be that hard to identify it. Then I got these things up here. I've been wanting one of these Kansas under 2M tags forever. In Kansas, if your trailer weighs under 2,000 pounds, that's what the 2M stands for, then you don't have to tag it. And so you can just put that on there, that way it looks better. And then of course I found these pieces at another guy's booth, and they were priced right, so I went ahead and bought them. The guy that had these fleet side emblems here, and I think he had a few headlight rings as well that I got from him. I should have bought more stuff at his booth. He had priced everything really fair. and there was a lot of money to be made there. But when I first came to his booth, I wasn't planning on buying eBay stuff. Later in the day, I went back, and a lot of the best stuff was already gone. I found this old spotlight, thought that was a pretty neat piece. This headlight ring here, that's the one I thought was for a Mercury, but it's actually for a 56 Ford. However, it is the correct side that I need, so I think if I do cut that car up, I can just screw that on there and make it work. Got all my Chevy hubcaps here. And then I got all my high voltage signs underneath there. I mean, $5 a piece. I was looking on eBay, and the steel ones are selling for anywhere from 25 to 40 bucks a piece. So should be able to make a little money there. Those were already in here. This piece here, I gave, I think, 20 bucks for that. If I remember right. I don't know if that's going to make any money or not, but it looks like it's in really good condition. So we'll try the old Crosley radio, Ford radios, that instrument cluster, and this instrument cluster. And actually, the guy that had that cluster and that Ford tailgate that I got, when I went back to load everything up, he had these two hubcaps here, and I already had two hubcaps in here. So I saw those two laying there. I said, hey, I can make a set. How much do you want for those? And he says, oh, you want those? And I said, yeah. And he says, well, I'm pretty sure those went with the tailgate. And I said, oh, well, for that price, I can't turn them down. So I grabbed those, and then, of course, I got my porcelain enamel sign over there, really rough, but 10 bucks is, why not? I mean, you don't buy porcelain signs for 10 bucks very often. Oh, and then I got my 53 bumper guards here. I don't know if I bought those on camera or not. I don't remember what I paid for those, but that's a front and rear set for a 53 Chevy, so I couldn't turn those down. I may come back out here later today and start putting some of this stuff on eBay. As always, my eBay link will be in the description of the video. I have people ask me all the time in the comments wanting me to give them the link to my eBay. And never click on links in the comments unless it's my comment that I pinned at the top. Anytime somebody else replies in the comments, never click those links. You just never know what they are. That can be really dangerous for you. However, I do put the link to all my stuff in the description of every video, where you see the beginning of the description of the video. It'll say see more. You click on that and it'll pull up a whole thing, and it'll have links to my social media accounts on Facebook and Instagram. It'll have links to my merch page, my eBay page, my second channel, my main channel, all that type of stuff. Anyway, going on, here's those Volkswagen bumpers and doors. Where that spotlight was, the guy was like, you want some Volkswagen stuff? I see you got a bunch of just random car parts in the back of your truck parts and whatnot. And he says, I really don't want to load these things back up. He says, I was asking, I think he said 60 bucks for the pair of these doors. He said, if you give me 50 bucks, I'll give you everything, bumpers included. And I thought, you know what, for 50 bucks, I can't turn that down. They're not really cool doors. They don't have a lot of good color to them, but you know, somebody will want them for art eventually. And then of course they came with the bumpers, so why not? I don't think I showed you guys this bed. This came in the other day. It's really rusty, but it's got a good looking tailgate on it. And so I figured this would be a good one here to cut off up there. Somebody can make a bench or something out of it. Here's the Ford tailgate. Looks like it filled up with water. It's frozen now. I'll need to flip that over probably so it doesn't do that again. Then this GMC grill here, I think I bought that on camera, but it was $100 is what I gave for that. I've been pricing it for $250 on Facebook, and everybody keeps telling me, oh, that's too much. So I'll probably throw it on eBay for $350 or $400 and sell it on there. I've learned that through the years that if people don't like your prices, the best thing you can do is raise your prices. Because when you raise your prices, you move into a different type of clientele, and then somebody will buy it. It doesn't seem to make sense to do things that way, but that's the way it usually works. This grill here I bought. This is one that I kept going by, and the guy that had the booth wasn't there, and he had his wife watching it, and she didn't know what the price on anything was. And then finally he was there at the very end as I was getting ready to leave, and I said, how much for that? He said, 40 bucks. And I said, you got it. I wish it had the headlight rings to go with it, but it's not that big a deal to find headlight rings for these. You can actually buy those brand new. Then of course I got this late 60s Ford grill over here. It's in really good condition, other than somebody had a bumper guard on it, or a grill guard on it, and so they have a hole up there on both sides, and then they put those little brackets for stability and screws into it. So that's kind of unfortunate, but for a wall hanger, it's still pretty cool. I think I gave 50 bucks for it. Worst case scenario, I'll pull the end headlight rings off of it, sell those on eBay, and then just chuck the rest of it. But I think I'll just sell that whole thing for art. And then I've got my 3 old grills here. I think this one here was for a Pontiac, if I remember right. I can't remember for sure on this one. That one was for a Plymouth, and that one was for an Oldsmobile. I really like the Oldsmobile. I bought that one at the very beginning when I first walked up there. He also had an old, I don't remember what the other 2 were. He had 2 other ones, and I should have just bought all 5 of them right then and there. But when I came back later to get that one, he had sold 2 of them, and then he still had these 2. So I went ahead and bought these 2. He wanted $100 a piece for them, which is more than I wanted to give. I offered him, I think, 75 a piece straight through for all of them earlier on. But he was firm at 100, and I should have just went ahead and bought them all, because there's money to be made even at $100. But I drug my feet and I lost out on 2 of them. That's what happens. Of course, you saw the big Ford front clip that was in the back of my truck. I got that out. It actually came right out. Super easy. I was pretty happy with that. Then I've got the 60 Ford front clip, and then the 58 or 9 Chevy front nose cut off. Did I catch it in time? No, I didn't. There was a buck over there on the other side of that 54 or 53 Ford. I did not keep a running total of what I spent at the swap meet. I had sold something the day before, and that was going to be my budget. And I actually ended up blowing through all of that money. And I had an emergency stash in my truck, luckily, and I went back and I ended up spending some of that as well. So I'm not entirely sure what I spent, but it was somewhere around $1,500 total. Definitely way more than I planned on spending, especially this month. I haven't hardly sold anything this month. I think I sold a load of antiques in Texas. I sold a truck cab, and a guy sent me the final payment on a truck that was out here. Oh, and then a guy sent me a deposit on another truck. So I made a little bit of money this month, but I have definitely spent way more than I've made. It's the name of the game in this business, though. Some months I go in the red pretty deep, but this time of year is always slow for selling stuff. It's the holiday season. Everybody's busy doing stuff, and so people are really budgeting tightly, and they don't want to spend too much money in case they need it for the holidays and things like that. So not a big deal. I'm used to it. It happens every year. Next year might be rough too, because it's going to be an election year, so we'll see what happens. But with that, I am going to head out. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I think I'm going to go ahead and post this on the main channel. Obviously, you guys will know when you see it, but that Chevelle was such a cool car with all the stuff that we found under the hood and in the trunk that I think this channel, or I think this video deserves to be seen on the main channel, which means I've got to figure out what I'm going to film for the second channel now. But I'm trying to get to where I can post at least every other week on there. And just coming up with content ideas. Every time I think I have an idea, it ends. This is the second time now that I've made content for the second channel that ended up making its way to the main channel. But anyway, definitely stay tuned to both channels, because who knows what I'm going to post next. Definitely check out my eBay store in the description below. As always, I hope you have an absolutely fantastic rest of your day. And remember to get out there and find yourself an adventure. And you don't have to be like me and buy stuff. You can just go look. It is possible. I don't know how to do it, but I know it's possible. We'll see you next time.
At 3,500, I'm about 3,500, about 3,500, last call, 35, at 35, you get 35, you get $3,300 in, and 33, about 33, about 33, 33, about 33, last call, going to be $3,300 bill. So, 32.50, keep them at Hutchison, 32.50, 181. 181 is the buyer.